Hi, Kevin from the Awareness website, and we've got this week's Continuing Classroom Classics video for you. This video is on moves 14 and 15, so that's chop with fist and step up, deflect, parry, punch. So there's lots of details on this that we're going to throw in here for you, so stay tuned, hang in there, and we'll be right back. Alright, the move we're working on, or two moves that we're working on, is chop with fist and step up, deflect, parry, punch. Now you'll notice if you go through a set list that it seems that they're different in the set. So in 4 times in the set, so there are 2 moves that are done sequentially. So 2 moves done sequentially 4 times in the set, and then 3 times they're done together. So chop with fist, 4 times in the set, chop with fist is followed by step up, deflect, parry, punch. Where 3 times in the set, so this is move 14, 15, they're done separately. So the next one, move 31, they're done together. So they're just listed as one move, not 2 separate moves. It really doesn't matter, they're exactly the same move. So when you come to that in the set list, don't worry too much about it. I'm not sure exactly why all that works out the way it does, but just know that it's the same move regardless of how it's laid out on the set sheet or in the sequence of the names of the moves. Let's get into it. So we've ended up at the left grass bird's tail, so the last one in the sequence, and so we're going to go into chop with fist. Now it's pretty much the same going into it, the arms are a little bit different, but the pivot on the foot, so that's the main thing, is turning that foot out to 45 degrees and allowing your body to turn to the 45 degrees when you stand up into it. It is important, so watch what happens here. So from the brush knee, so the left foot is going to pivot, the hands turn, the wrists turn, and you come up with what we call the bouquet of flowers. So the left hand is a little bit higher and it's a rounded feeling in the arms. Pakwa step in front, the right fist comes out, followed by the left hand, and then as you turn and relax into the right leg, the hands push and pull. So the fist comes to the hip and the left hand pushes straight out. You'll stand up, come through, step, and then do a toyu with the punch coming out and the left brush knee down in front. Getting that pivot, and this is something that we were talking about in class, there's a few people that have trouble with their balance. So one of the things that you want to make sure is when you turn the foot, get the body turning with it and then scooping up. If you don't, so if you just turn the foot and keep the arm going straight ahead, you're going to fall down because now you've turned this foot out from under you. So when this foot pivots, you want the body to turn to the 45 with it, and your body is facing to 45. When you step, you want to step out in front of it, and again getting that foot so when you come forward, your body's going to turn and line up to the right side. So your body goes through a 90-degree rotation. So your spine will turn from 45 to 45 as you go through this move. So watch again from the left brush knee. You turn, so the arms relax. So at this point here, notice my shoulders are relaxed, the arms are relaxed. So you turn, arms relax, and then you turn the wrists and turn the palms towards you and the hands come up as the leg pushes. Step out in front with the pakwa, pointing the other 45 degrees, and then the weight comes forward as the fist goes out, pushing from the back leg, and then you turn, continue to turn down into the front leg. So notice I say continue to turn. So as that fist comes out, you go from 45 degrees with the bouquet of flowers, pas qua step. As the fist goes out, you line up to the front and then continue to turn as you relax into the front leg. Fist comes back to the hip. So watch from the side here. From left brush knee, you pivot. You turn to the 45, pas qua step, just a walking step in front. The fist goes out, I turn to the front, and then push-pull as I relax my weight down into the front leg. So make sure that your hip sits down. Don't pull the hip back and lift it as you push out, because that's going to strain your hip. And I did that for a number of years before I finally figured out what I was doing wrong. So when you sit down into that front leg, just let the weight transfer. Notice the back heel comes up and the weight just sits down, and you have to allow the hip to turn and sit down. And the fist comes back to the hip, left hand is straight out in front. So notice I'm fairly upright. You don't want to be pushing out or anything. The weight is balanced in the right leg. Because then you're going to push and you come up and you keep that left hand expressing forward. And when you get to the top, the left foot comes through as you relax back down into the leg, put the foot out, and notice I don't move forward. You want to keep your balance in that right leg. So you sit down, come up, keep the balance in the right leg as you sit back down, put the left foot out, and then push Toyu style from the back leg and let the fist come away. Let the fist lead out and push out from the leg. And then you're squaring to the front, of course, just like you do with a Toyu. Lots of little details on here. Being able to keep your weight balanced in that leg as you step through. When you do your pas qua step, you want to make sure that it's straight in front. So from the bouquet, when you pas qua step, again, you don't want to be transferring the weight forward as you do it, because then you have to shift the weight back to sit down. So you pas qua step in front, and maybe you could have it over just a little bit, because what happens is when you sit down into the front leg, you come up, you want the left foot to step out in line with your left hand. So if this pas qua step is too far over here and you sit down, then you're going to be having to swing the leg around to get it in front. If you can have that foot lined up in front, maybe a little bit over, that gives you room so that when you come up, as you start to sit down, this left foot will just come straight through and step in line with that left hand. And then as you Toyu forward, the fist comes straight out. So lots of little things to pay attention to in this move. Back when I was beginning, this was one of my favorite moves. I just loved chop with fist. I did chop with fist all the time. It was lots of fun. I really enjoyed it. It's kind of a neat feeling for me anyway. So this is a move that you can practice over and over and over. So you can do, just like you do brush knees, you can do chop with fist after chop with fist. And step up, deflect, parry, punch. So you can do it in a sequence. So let's try that. I'll have you follow along with me, and I'll do it as though I'm right beside you. So I'm going to go this way. So it means you're going to have to be watching me from the side, and I'll also do it as if you're following me. Okay? So here we go, and we'll do it. I think I got enough room to do 2 or 3 of those, so let's see how this goes. So we'll take it from the left brush knee. So pivot, open the arms, turn the wrists so the palms turn in, pas qua step, chop out with the fist, relax down into the front leg as you push pull. The left hand goes out, the fist comes to the hip. Stand up, and then the left foot comes through as you sit down, put the foot out, and punch. Now turn that into a brush knee, pivot the foot, up with a bouquet, pakwa step, chop out with the fist, weight transfers into the front leg as you turn and sit down. Push up, relax down and step through, and punch. I think we got room for just one more. Brush knee, pivot, up with a bouquet of flowers, pakwa step, chop with the fist, push out as you turn and sit down, come up, relax and step through, punch with the left hand going down. Okay? So if you got a long hallway, you can do brush knees or chop with fists all the way down the hall. But one thing you got to pay attention to is every time you pivot the foot out, you're moving over to the left a little bit. So you'll have to adjust yourself after 2 or 3 of them. So let's do that sequence one more time. So from the left brush knee, pivot, up with the bouquet, pakwa step, fist out, turn, sit down into the right leg, push up, relax and step, punch. Pivot, up, pakwa, turn forward, turn to the right, up, step through, and punch. One more, up, turn to the left, pakwa step, turn to the front, sit down and turn to the right. Up, step through as you sit down, and punch. Getting close to the edges here, but we've got more space, so this is great. Okay, so I'm going to turn and go this way, and you can follow along from behind. We'll go through that sequence, see how many of those we can get in here. I think we can only get 2, so brush knee, pivot, turn to the left and come up with a bouquet, pakwa step, chop out with the fist, turn to the right and sit down. Push up, relax and step, and punch. So we got one more in here, pivot, up with the bouquet, palms turned in, pakwa step, chop, turn and sit down. Up, relax, step, and punch out. We got time for one more, shall we? All right, one more time. So brush knee, pivot, bouquet, pakwa, chop, sit and push. Up, step through and sit, punch. Pivot, bouquet, pakwa, chop, sit down and push out, up, relax, step through, and punch. So play around with that. Lots and lots of practice. It's one that, I mean, you can do it anywhere, small room, do a couple of chop with fists, you know, just getting that fist out there, getting the left hand to follow in behind it, and then getting that equal and opposite as you push. So a lot of times it's sort of hum, woof, woof. So you want to balance the arms. Okay, so from the bouquet, both arms come forward, and then as you turn and sit, a push-pull, sort of equal and opposite. You want to have that sit combined with that equal and opposite push. So yeah, lots of different ways to do it, but just keep your principles and foundations in mind. Those are the most important things. I mean, there's lots of different ideas about how you're supposed to do the Tai Chi and what the Tai Chi means, and doing this and that, but none of that really is totally important when you're trying to get a feel for the moves. And just trying to keep it balanced, keep it relaxed. Those principles and foundations are there for a reason, and they're to help you understand how the moves should come together. And the more that you can apply those, that will begin to help your timing and your alignment, and then that will in turn will start to affect your body and really benefit your body, get things working properly. So the more you can relax and use those principles and foundations, the better it is. And speaking of foundations and principles, this brings me to the subject we talked about, a workshop that's coming up in Edmonton that I'm going to be going to in the middle of April here. I believe it's 14th and 15th of April. We've got some more details on it. We've got all the information. So if you're interested, let us know and we'll pass that information on to you. And hopefully we can see you at the workshop. If you're in the Edmonton area, it'll be worth it. The guy that's coming to do it, he was in close contact with Mr. Moy for a lot of years. So a lot of good information, really strong Tai Chi fella. So hope to see you there. And till then, play around until next week. Play around with the chop with fist, deflect, parry, punch. And check out the website, like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, all that stuff. And take care, practice lots, we'll see you again.